Hello chess lovers, I have a very instructive game for you played by Siegbert Tarrasch against Theodor von Scheve. By profession, Tarrasch was a medical doctor and he was the best player in the world in the early 1890s. The game was played in 1879 in Breslau. Tarrasch, who had white pieces, started with e4. d5 by von Scheve, Scandinavian defense, but after e takes d5, c6, d4, c takes d5, the game is transformed into an exchange variation of Caro-Kann defense. Of course, the same position can be reached after e4, c6, d4, d5, e takes d5, c takes d5. Bishop d3, preventing the bishop to jump on f5 square, knight c6, bishop e3, knight f6, knight f3, bishop g4, h3, bishop takes f3, of course placing the bishop on h5 square and still keeping the pin would have been better, but instead we see bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, queen b6. Now black is targeting the pawn on b2, but Tarrasch simply castles kingside, allowing queen takes b2. But is this good to start grabbing pawns without bringing the king on a safer square? Let's see. Knight d2, and black is also capturing the pawn on knight d4. Well, it was better to place the queen again on b6 square, try to consolidate the position, though after rook b1, queen c7, bishop f4, queen c8, of course white has a huge compensation for the sacrificed pawn. Black should still develop the bishop, castle kingside, and of course all that requires a lot of time and white can make some problems for black. But instead after knight d2 we see knight takes d4, and it turns out that after this move black's position is collapsing. Here comes queen f4, knight e6. Well, if knight c6, then queen c7 can be very unpleasant. Later with rook b1, rook takes b7, a very unpleasant position for black. But instead after queen f4 we see knight e6, and there it goes, queen a4 check, using the fact that black king is stuck in the center of the board. Knight d7, rook b1, queen c3, and now simply rook takes b7, threatening checkmate in one. Knight c7, well, if rook d8, then bishop b5, intensifying the pressure on d7 square. If queen c8, then bishop takes d7, and then rook takes a7 with the threat of rook a8. If knight d8, then rook a8, and then the second rook can come. This is just crushing. How is black going to activate his position? Let's go back, but instead after rook takes b7 we see knight c7. Bishop d4, deflecting the queen, and then comes rook takes c7, rook d8, and now you can pause the video and try to find checkmate in 3. Ready? In this position, Siegbert Tarrasch went for queen sacrifice, queen takes d7, and after rook takes d7, gave a check from c8 square, and then checkmated black king by placing the bishop on b5 square. This is what happens when black queen is becoming a pawn grabber. If you enjoy this strict punishment by Siegbert Tarrasch, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. More games are coming. Good luck.